Hi, everyone. I think it's really interesting that people who watch interviews with Zeena Schrek, formerly Zeena LaVey, daughter of Anton LaVey, whose real name was Howard, um, they just love her and think she's so beautiful, and she will support her, actually. But in 1990, Zeena, here she is right here. She was a spokesperson for her father because he didn't want to talk anymore when some scandals were breaking in the news. And so she went around the country speaking, being on TV shows and everything to defend him or defend the Satanic Church of Satan's views and policies and rights and all of that sort of stuff. But then in 1990, she actually renounced the Church of Satan and her father, calling him a fraud. So Zeena, she quit that, and then she went over to the Temple of Set, which is Michael Aquino. He must be one of the most evil people on this earth, you know. He was also in the Church of Satan, and then he went to the Temple of Set. And I've researched him quite a lot before because he graduated from the University of Santa Barbara, where I graduated from too. And the Temple of Set, he rededicated that in one summer in Santa Barbara. And see his eyebrows here? You know, and his, you know, sort of vampire kind of hairdo and stuff. This is when he's young, and look at him when he's old. You know, he's a colonel in the U.S. Army. Okay, satanic pedophile. Well, I don't know if he was ever caught for that, but I just, you know, it's just so interesting that people think it's cool to follow these people, and then Zeena, she also produced a documentary, something about Charles Manson. Charles Manson, superstar. So they do align with kind of weird death and things like that. So I don't know how far they go as far as having actual blood drinking rituals or sacrificing babies or whatever, but who knows? Who knows? I just think it's really interesting that people will really get into this. And okay, here's Anton LaVey and Michael Aquino. And Michael Aquino, he wrote a book called, let me see if I have it over here. Yeah, okay. He wrote the book called Mind War. And this is very, very, very evil stuff. You know, the NSA has the capability to target people's brains with different sorts of technology. Now, this is proven. Okay, there's lots and lots of patents, and if people don't believe it, then they need to delve in to the technology and regarding brain waves and how they can target different areas of the brain and how they can manipulate and control people's thoughts. I mean, we've seen there are patents. I don't have them all right here, but if anybody wants to do research, because this is a really deep sort of topic, you can find all of it and then decide for yourself. But Michael Aquino, he wants to have in this book, Mind War, and you can go to Amazon. It's a quite expensive book, but you can go to Amazon and read the table of contents, and what he wants to do is have a bloodless war where this is all mental. So I'm telling you that this guy and what's going on there, it seems to me that there really is a war between dark and light and evil and the dark side. And I mean, it's like Star Wars, you know. It's just like this is real. And so anyway, you can check out Michael Aquino. He created a book for chaplains in the Army to include, you know, when they do counseling for guys in the Army, soldiers and stuff, he got them to include Satanists. Okay, so we do have Satanists in the U.S. Army openly, and that's what he is all about. Here he is, okay? Michael Aquino. He wrote a book, Mind War, and he's worked for the NSA, and he, at the Presidio at the base in San Francisco, there was a scandal with children, and I don't know what happened with that, but I don't know if they could ever prove anything. I forgot, but it's pretty bad anyway. See how the Hollywood people think it's all cool? This is Sammy Davis Jr., singer, and here he is in between these two. So what's the deal with that? So you can watch lots of interviews and all that, but these are the facts, you know, and people just think it's really cool, and they put down interviewers and stuff who are talking about, who are interviewing Zeena Schrek and think she's so great. However, right after she went around doing all these interviews, she totally renounced the Church of Satan and her father, and called him a fraud. In fact, the father was after her, and she had to get away. She now lives in Berlin, and she has, okay, here she is now. They call her a yogini. She's practicing tantric yoga, and she started her own Sethian, I forgot what it's called, some, you know, her own kind of religion, but she, okay, here she is with the snake, and, you know, who knows what goes on. They just think it's really cool to be on the dark side, you know, and people have been involved with Satanism and seen lots of things, and unless you've experienced yourself, how do you know? But who wants to? Okay, here's a picture of her son. She got pregnant when she was 13, and then had him, and then I think it was, she started to like feel weird about, you know, being involved with the church and Satan. Maybe her maternal instincts started coming out, but now they don't even speak, you know. They're totally in different worlds now. She's estranged from her son. So what's so great about Satanism? I don't know. When they're singing the praises of Charles Manson and taking photographs of skulls and stuff, and, you know, I mean, to me it's dark stuff. Very, very dark. But, and then it does get into Egyptian mystery religions and things like that, and there is a connection of this with Hillary Clinton also, and I'll show you that in a video that I'm going to do that is just something like this one, just sort of showing you some. Here's Zeena these days, just showing you some things that you can find on the internet for yourself. Anyway, she discovered that her father plagiarized so many things, and here are the devil horns, and you can find Anton LaVey on TV shows explaining the devil horns, like how you do it, how you point it across a crowd, and put the curse on them, just like you see a lot of the pastors, TV evangelists and stuff doing that. So many of them. Okay, so here he is, and, you know, it just goes on. And now, you know, they're going to have satanic clubs in schools. Oh yeah, that's That'll be cool. Look, devil worshipper holds sensitive army post and top brass says no problem. So, yes, this is true. A senior U.S. military intelligence officer with a secret security clearance. Okay? So, I mean, he obviously looks satanic, right? With the eyebrows and the pointy, I forgot what those are called. Anyway, and others do not look it. But you know what the Bible says? By their fruits you shall know them. And these people are evil. They're making a lot of people's lives miserable with technology that they have. The NSA, you know, the world is being run by the dark side. What is this? CIA and Satan. Well, I guess, you know, it's too horrible to believe, you know? It's just too horrible to believe. But, so here is one of those interviews on YouTube that I'm talking about where people say, oh, she's so beautiful, and he's such a jerk for interviewing her the way he does. And here you could just go on Wikipedia and read a lot of things about Zeena Schrek and the Church of Satan and how she renounced it in 1990. And okay, she left, and then she joined the Temple of Set with Michael Aquino, and then she started the Sethian Liberation Movement. And you can go onto her homepage, and you can go onto her she has there's an official YouTube channel that they run for her. She's not really involved, but they run it for her. And here is, she co-produced and narrated Charles Manson Superstar. So yeah, maybe she's pretty and beautiful and everything, but that's how people get lured in. You know, we're talking about people's souls, right? People's souls. And here she is nowadays. She's a performer, and she lives in Berlin, and that's what's happening now. So I just made this video because people get stuck. You know, they get stuck thinking that Zeena Schrek is still living this satanic life when she's moved on. She's renounced her father and his teachings, but now she's into her own thing now. You know, her own satanic Sethian thing that is an offshoot of Michael Aquino's Temple of Set. So I don't know, I would watch out for these things if I were people, instead of thinking it's so great. You know, everybody can put down Christianity all they want, but and mock it and all that, but the truth is, how far are people going to go and cross the line of immorality? And you know, the whole death industry, the death industry meaning war, abortion, pharmaceuticals, fake medicines that kill people, just on and on and on, you know, that things that are designed to destroy people and no one cares. How far is that going to go? When are people going to wake up and see that that is of the dark side? Yeah, so people say that Taylor Swift looks like her and she's some kind of clone, but you know, people look like each other in this world. Okay, here she is with, she takes lots of pictures with snakes and skulls. Anyway, thanks for watching, and watch out. Something beautiful might be behind that. You know, under the surface, it might be something quite creepy and soul destroying. Okay, so she's a tantric practitioner. Let's read this. Quote, in order to understand why one chooses to be a tantric practitioner, there has to be an understanding of cause and effect, cyclic existence, the awareness that the reality that we think we are seeing is not really reality as it truly is. So enlightenment is seeing reality with bare awareness, non-conceptual reality. This is true, and I think the Bible, there's a lot of quotes in the Bible that say the same thing. So anyway, okay, thanks for watching. God bless everyone with the truth. Everybody has to find their own truth and work out their own salvation, what they're going to be saved from on their own. Bye for now. God bless.